close one. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning into this video. Man, what a game this was. Just when you think you are dominating the game and you have a comfortable lead, things turn pretty quick on you. Definitely not a perfect game by any stretch of the imagination, but we're going to get into the good, the bad, and definitely the ugly of this game. So without further ado, let's go. So the Devils started off the game very hot, right? They had a good forecheck. They started with their usual line of Zajac, Wood, and Boquist, along with Subban and Murray on the point. And already they're forcing the Rangers in deep. And the first goal of the game comes a minute in off a Miles Wood shot rebound. Zajac pots in the goal, and the Devils take a 1-0 lead. 1 minute into the game. Couldn't start off any better. The Devils had the best of the play in the first half of the first period. They had multiple chances, multiple shots on goal, while only keeping the Rangers to a suppressed amount of shots. But then in the middle of that period, something switched on the Rangers side, and they got more chances in the offensive zone and really started to turn the tides, but didn't come away with the goal, and the period ends 1-0. And then comes the second, where a ton of action takes place. The second period was severely back and forth. The Devils got a lot of good chances. The Rangers got a lot of good chances. And the Devils pot 3 and the Rangers pot 2. So let's go. So the second period starts, and the Rangers are picking up right where they left off at the end of the period, getting chances. First couple minutes, the Devils take a penalty, and the Rangers are on to the power play. The penalty kill for this team has been absolutely atrocious for the last 3 games, and that does not stop during this game. The Rangers were moving it all around on the Devils in their zone, making crisp tape-to-tape passes, always finding open guys, moving the puck very efficiently, and Kreider got the puck down low, put it in front, went off of Murray and into the goal, and we have a tie game. And thus begins the woes of this penalty kill. But then a few minutes later, the Devils came back, and not letting that goal really affect them. They have a draw in the offensive zone. Sharon Govich takes the draw, wins it back to Ty Smith, shoots it, gets it on net. Georgiev makes the save. It flips over him, sitting on the goal line, and Jack Hughes finds the puck, hits it in for his first of the year. It was only a matter of time till good old Jack Hughes gets his first of the year. And it doesn't stop there. Then, just a couple of minutes later, the Devils are building on this momentum of that Hughes goal, finally take the lead back, and the Rangers try and get into the Devils zone. They dump it in. One of the Rangers sends it back to the point. Trouba shoots it. It's blocked by Hughes. Hughes has a breakaway, and he is absolutely gone. Skates right by the other defender and just absolutely undresses Georgiev. And even though I do not like the Pittsburgh Penguins, to quote famous announcer Mike Lang, he beat him like a rented mule. That might be one of my all-time favorite lines anyone has ever said calling a goal. It's just so funny, and it's unique. Just something I got to say real quick. The Devils have been absolutely brutal with these penalties. I mean, yeah, the penalty kill has also been pretty bad, but taking 6 penalties, no matter who you're playing, they're going to score in at least one of them. And unfortunately for us, the Rangers potted 2, and it almost killed us. The Devils took 3 penalties in this period alone, and even for a game, that's unacceptable, let alone a period. And deservedly so, the Devils paid for it. Just like the last power play the Rangers had, they're working it around on the Devils, moving the puck pretty easily, not really making any hard, difficult passes, tape to tape, all that. And the puck gets to Fox at the point. He finds Zibanejad in the low, like at the goal line, and he pots it in like it's not even a problem. Granted, he pretty much flubbed it and didn't get all he had into the shot, and you can't really blame Blackwood for that. But the penalties are just destroying this team, making games more complicated than they have to be. They took 6 penalties. That's so unacceptable. So now this is a 3-2 game, and things are starting to become uncomfortable. So fine, it's a 3-2 game. The Devils still have the lead. Let's just keep playing the game, keep playing, applying pressure to this team, and eventually they're going to fold. And they did just that. 2019 first overall pick, non-bust, Jack Hughes draws a penalty against Jacob Trouba in the offensive zone for a high stick, and the Devils are finally going to the power play. The Devils' power play has not looked good at all in the 3 games they've played this season, including tonight, until this opportunity where they needed to score and did just that. In the less than 30 seconds they had on this power play, it looked pretty good. They were moving the puck pretty well. It starts with an offensive zone faceoff, which is definitely something that's going to lead to a good power play. Keep the zone, don't let it get out. PK Subban gets it to the top of the point, gets it to Palmieri on the far circle, right across the ice to Jack on the near circle, and he just gives that goalie that little look that he's going to shoot it like he's going to pick the corner, but he really sees Miles Wood parking himself right in front of the net with his stick on the ice, passes it to his stick, goes off his stick, off his foot, and into the goal, and the Devils have a 4-2 lead now. And a power play goal. They needed a power play goal. Just make it look somewhat decent. And they did. They did. Yeah. So 4 goals were scored in this period. Yeah, it's getting down to the end of the third. Oh, there's more scoring. And so we thought there was more scoring in this period. Already 5 goals and should have been a 6th. But it turns out it was just 5. With less than 3 minutes left in the second period, PK Subban seems to get on the scoreboard until it was challenged to be offside and not a goal. Listen, they can make this rule about whether whether Palmieri had the puck or not, whatever these stinking offsides rules are now with the skate across the plane and keeping possession when crossing the blue line, yada, yada, yada. Personally, Palmieri was never onside. He didn't have possession of the puck. So as much as I hate taking PK's first goal away and Jack Hughes' 4th point of the game, as a realistic person, that's kind of offsides. And on comes the third period, and we dodged like 74 bullets. With about 13 minutes left in the third period, the Rangers gain the puck in the zone, send it to the front of the net. Rebound goes off of Blackwood's pads, and Cheadle, whatever the heck that guy's name is, pots it for his first of the year and to make it a 4-3 game. And now we go from possibly 5-2, sitting on a comfortable lead, and all of a sudden it's 4-3 and plenty of time left in this game. And with the Rangers playing the way they were playing throughout that third period, we are beyond lucky to get out of here with 2 points. Devils take another penalty towards the end of the period. Bastian with a stupid hooking penalty. He's been pretty good this period. Had a couple of chances to bury one-timers and couldn't, but that's just a dumb hooking penalty. Then again, some of these penalties that the refs were calling were kind of on the fence, BS calls. Like the kind of penalties that they were taking in this game, the roughing by McLeod that led to the first goal. First of all, how do you just give McLeod a penalty for that? There was a whole scrum in front of the net, and you only give one penalty to a guy who's protecting his goalie? That's just ridiculous. Not to mention the dumb penalties like PK holding, Severson that trip on that Cheadle guy, whatever. And then Bastian with that hook at the end of the game. Like, you can't do that. Not to mention the too many men. It's blatant. It's not like it was close. No, there were 6 guys in the neutral zone. But they got out of MSG, barely hanging on to a 4-3 lead, and haven't lost in regulation yet. It seems like after every game, we talk about the same 3 people. Like, other people need to start doing stuff. Mackenzie Blackwood is just absolutely stellar. If he wasn't on the Devils, he would easily get more recognition. If he was on the Toronto Maple Leafs, he'd be the best goalie in the league. Let's put it to you that way. But he's not. And honestly, he's still the best goalie in the league. definitely unbiased. No, but on all seriousness, Mackenzie Blackwood was the reason why the Devils were in this game throughout the entire time, making 47 saves on 50 shots to stymie the Rangers at the Garden. No better feeling than to beating the Blue Shirts in their own building. Those guys are absolute nerds, and I absolutely love it when we beat them. No matter what point in the season it is, it's fantastic. And Jack Hughes, who now leads the NHL in points with 6 points in first 3 games of the season, 2 goals and 4 assists. Jack Hughes is the jack of all trades, and I can't get enough of these jack puns and get used to hearing them from this channel. It's not even what he does offensively, it's what he does defensively that leads to offensive chances. Like you could just see he's just clearly better than everyone else. He's picking Jack Johnson's pocket, not like he's any good, but he's picking his pocket, picking multiple guys' pockets on the back check, forechecking the heck out of guys, creating multiple turnovers and takeaways, and just passing it in the right spots, putting the puck where it needs to be on the perfect pass. He's done that multiple times this season, and it's only game 3. Not only that, Ty Smith continues his point streak, so make it 3 games for T.Y. Smith. Next game is on Thursday versus the Islanders at the Islanders. First game at Barclays Center this year. I'd like to see Blackwood probably get a rest. I don't even care if Wedgwood plays. I know Dell probably can't play because he is probably still going through quarantine, and I think he might be Canadian, so he's has like visa stuff going on, or he just has to cross the border, something like that. But I would like to see Mackenzie Blackwood get a rest so that he can have 5 to 6 days of rest. I don't even care what happens against the Islanders. Just give Mac Black a rest. He truly deserves it. So that'll do it for this video. Thank you if you decided to stay the entire time. Not only should you like and subscribe, you should comment for what you thought of the video, what you thought of the game, and stuff you want to see in the future. With that said, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Let's go, Devils. Sean out.